Works now.
All right,
See me?
cool. Yeah, I see you. Um,
Good. How are you?
yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. How do I call you? Dinela or something?
Uh, Dinela.
Dinela. Okay, sorry
Yeah,
about that. My pronunciation. From Southeast Asia.
it's fine. Many people think it's Dinela because that's how we should probably pronounce it in English, but it's a Italian name, so it's like Dinela. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
but if it's hard, you can call me D. D is my nickname.
Okay, D. Okay, cool, cool,
Yep.
cool. Yeah, so before anything, everything like yeah, there's two things to like talk about. Like we kind of like need some icebreaker kind of thing, and just introduce each
Mhm.
other and what's or not. And the second thing, I think I will talk to you about the whole podcast concept. It's pretty simple. It's just like having like a conversation. I just like enjoy having conversation. I just hang out with like strangers. Just talk about random stuff, and I hope you're cool with that. And
I'm totally cool with it. Actually, I admire you. I was like thinking, so many people right now are wasting their time at home scrolling through social media and so on, watching Netflix 24/7. And
right,
you're here scheduling podcasts and then meetings. And I'm like, wow, what a kid. Like, love it.
right,
Amazing.
right,
You're doing a great job. So
right, thank you.
yeah, I admire
Yeah,
that.
cool, cool, cool. So with that, I think maybe I talk about myself. Like I'm currently like this year turning 23, and I'm from Southeast Asia, Singapore.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
what we do in Singapore is like we got to like serve 2 years of national service, like the military.
Hmm.
Yeah. So right
Hmm.
now I'm doing the in the military. Like 2 to 3 months left, and then I'll be out. And yeah, and on the side during my weekends, because we get to come out, and I just do this random stuff. Do this whole podcast. I play video games, and I just because it's fun, and then I just kind of like do it for fun. Yeah.
That's so awesome. If you
Right.
don't mind, can I ask you how old you are?
I'm turning 23 this year. Yeah.
Wow, cool. Cool. You are so diligent though. So basically you do the
Right.
military thing from Monday to Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday you have off, and this is what you do on the
Right,
weekends.
right, right. But just to make sure everything like is that because I injured myself during the military, so right now I'm just
Mhm.
doing some office work. So it's pretty chill. Yeah, it's
Wow.
it's it's very chill. Yeah, and it's just like I'm left with like 2 months plus. Yeah, I've been in
Okay.
in for quite long already. Yeah.
Are you gonna miss it?
Uh, I don't really enjoy my time there, to be honest, because it's
Oh,
like a
okay.
compulsory kind of a thing, in my
Hmm.
country.
Hmm.
But I enjoy the people there. The people are quite fun. I just look for fun. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So if a few more months left, it's okay. You'll be out soon. So
yeah, cool.
when you get out, what's your plan?
My plan is I actually want I used to study in engineering, career. Like
Yeah. Huh?
I was kind of like thinking about it. I actually planned to go to university for this whole engineering thing, but I was kind of like thinking in the military, like maybe I want to change my mind, you know, because I enjoy doing like something else like this, just talking, just having fun. I don't
Oh
think
my
that
God, you
yeah,
yeah. Go
yeah,
ahead. You don't
because
think that
I don't think I have fun, like much fun doing engineering. All the math. Yeah, I'm pretty okay with it. Like I'm pretty decent. That's why I can get into the university. But I don't think I have fun. To be honest. Yeah.
that's you know how privileged you are to have that kind of a mindset, because usually
Right.
Asia is known for forcing their
Yeah.
kids to do what the parents want to do, and you're like,
Right.
you know what, I don't feel like doing it. And like, I'm so happy to hear this from you right now, because not all the kids
Right.
feel that free to do what you just told me you would like to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like I think that the society I'm talking about, like friends, my parents, my relatives, and all that, they kind of like don't like the idea because I think they are just stuck in the Asian culture, to be honest. And
it,
yeah,
it's not the Asian culture. They're stuck in 1935.
yeah, right,
It's so is my dad. So okay, my mom not so. My
right,
grandparents, my father, the whole city here, country, they're all like that. Like I got rid of friends who were
right,
really negative towards my goals and ideas. So once I got rid of them, I realized, oh damn, now like I have zero friends, because all of them had share the same mindset, which is she's never gonna make it, and this is BS. She's just like, I don't know,
Right.
she's going out of her day mind. So then when I got rid of them, I told my parents how negative they were, but I didn't really go into details. And then a year later, I hear my father talking the same way my toxic friends spoke
Right.
about it. So I'm like, do I have to get rid of you too, Dad? Like, I'm gonna get rid of you. I don't mind.
Right.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
a common thing for people to discourage you
Yeah.
when you have big ideas in your
Yeah,
mind.
I
You know?
guess it's just a normal thing in society, to be honest. Like
Mhm,
it just
mhm.
happens. Yeah. So
How
yeah,
strong are you?
what's that?
How strong are you to handle all of that?
I think that I'm not very strong, to be honest. But I kind of like search for strong. Like I just watch
Mhm,
some like
mhm.
find the right people. To be honest, it's really confusing, to be honest. At my state, but I just as long as something is fun, I just kind of YOLO. Just
Yeah, yellow the whole thing.
yeah. Yeah,
Wow, I love, like, let me tell you something. It's
right.
gonna be hard.
Yeah,
It's gonna be really hard. Not doing the job you like doing, but bearing with everyone who's trying to stop you from doing it.
yeah,
It's gonna be really hard. But if you keep your sight and your eyes on your goal, no parent will be able to stop you. Just
yeah,
so you know. Like,
yeah.
my dad can speak all he wants. He can say everything he wants. He
Right,
can go all negative on me. It's not gonna affect my process at all.
right,
So
right. I think it's like a goddamn good feeling to have, to be honest, that you're doing something for yourself. Like
mm,
it's your decision. It's not someone else like input like something onto you to like do the certain thing. It's like you doing for yourself. It's just a goddamn good feeling, to be honest. And
exactly,
yeah,
exactly. I when I told my dad I was quitting my university for my social media.
oh, I love
Do
that.
you know how do you know how crazy it sounds to say, "Hey, I'm gonna quit university"? Because first year I did was IT
Yeah,
programming, and it was because my dad forced me to. I wasn't that kind of a kid who would listen, but
yeah,
I was that kind of kid. Okay, hey, Dad, you're forcing me into programming. I'm gonna take it for a year just to show you you're wrong. You
right,
know. So I took that year, studied my ass off, like studied so hard,
right.
and then I couldn't. I got all sixes, barely passed. I was like, I got all sixes. Nobody's gonna hire me. I don't know how to do programming, even
Yeah.
though I studied so hard. So
Yeah,
he was like, so I was wrong. I'm like, damn right, you were wrong. And then I started with psychology, something that I truly love.
right,
I had all A's. I was a straight A student because I love psychology. But the thing
right,
is, I didn't find it as advanced here in Bosnia as it is in other countries, and I was like, oh, I'm just wasting my time.
right.
And there's more important things to do. At the time I was doing psychology, and my business already started flourishing. So I'm like, what is more important? The university is not going to take me anywhere anyway,
Right.
because here universities just don't take you anywhere, and or the business that is growing and potential contacts in the world that might be the reason I succeed big time.
Right.
And then I was like, okay, I'll pick the second one. So I came home. I was like, I quit university. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I got more important stuff to do. And when they asked me what that was, when I showed them,
Right.
it was like, they just wanted me to get off of their site. Like, get away from us. We don't want to talk to you. You're a failure, blah, blah. 3 years into this, here I am having contacts with not only important people, but celebrities too, you know?
Right.
And then I just love proving people wrong when it comes to this.
Right. Right. Oh.
Took a lot of stress, but it worked.
Yeah. I just can't believe that you just it kind of feel like you kind of YOLO it and like you succeeding like
Yep.
getting into this stage. It's pretty cool. Like 3 years back, I can't believe like you stepping into the unknown like you
Yes.
quitting everything like putting everything aside and kind of like doing it. Wow. I'm just
Taking the unknown part, but I for some reason I truly believe in this unknown thing. And the reason I believe in it so much is because I have two healthy arms, two healthy legs, and a healthy mind. Are you really telling me I'm not going to be able to make it? Come on. If I were disabled, okay. If I had some kind of a mental disease, okay. If I lacked some limbs, okay, I would understand it. But I don't think that when you have a fully healthy body and soul, I don't think you can fail.
yeah.
Like, even if you tried, you know.
Right. So like we actually like kind of like did this icebreaker kind of thing already, and it's pretty cool. And yeah,
Yeah, I love
l-
it.
yeah. So like I'm just curious, like currently what are the stuff that you usually do? Is it the whole social media thing? Like yeah, just to have like a bit of context, like what is it all about?
Yeah. Sure. So basically, I started doing English teaching online 7 years ago.
Right.
And the reason was pretty much funny. I am a very hardworking human. And when I was 14, I told my dad runs businesses in this country here. So I come from a very wealthy family,
Right.
but I'm not that kind of a spoiled kid who just takes the money and goes out to have fun. I love working, and the same thing with my sisters. I have 4 sisters. And when I was 14, I was like, Dad, over the summer vacation, I don't feel like watching TV all the time. So can I like work for you? And my dad was
Wow.
like, you're 14. I'm like, so what? Does it mean that I can learn stuff? And he's like, okay, sure. So he got me an assistant from his company. His assistant taught me everything. I went to the company, worked 9 hours a day. It was pretty freaking cool. But the
Right.
thing is that the amount of time I spent walking made my feet get swollen. My feet were like 2 huge balls of whatever that was, like swollen as hell. And I had a friend at that time who was really worried about me. And my friend was like, you know what? English is your first language. Yeah, by the way, I have two first languages. That's
Right.
English and Bosnian.
Right.
And my friend was like, you know what? English is your first language, and there are tons of online English schools where you can teach English for like 25 minutes per class.
Right.
Um, and then, your feet are not going to be that swollen anymore. And I was like, yeah, sure. Okay. So I can work for my dad 3 to 4 hours a day and then go back home, do the classes. Why not? So that's how I started teaching. And I never expected, not even once,
Right.
to have this teaching talent hidden. It was hidden. I had no idea I had it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And love for teaching at the same time. So I started working for these companies, Japanese at first, and then this company from China, and then like tons of different companies. And I was so good that they pushed me up. They promoted me, like my profile to all the students. Like I had around the first company, I had around 5,000 fans. It was crazy. I never.
Right.
So 3 years into it, I decided to do my own business, my own classes, my own website, private stuff. And I had so many classes a day and so many people telling me that I'm like changing their lives, not only when it comes to English learning, but like the way they perceive the world and like being positive and all that. I was like, okay, if I'm affecting my private students, there are probably other people in the world that I can affect too.
Right.
Which is why I decided to start an Instagram page. And that was back in 2016. I started posting videos, and then I
Yeah,
started
I see
YouTube.
I see your Instagram. Yeah, there's a lot of posts like
That's
motivational stuff. Is it?
Yeah, motivational and English teaching too, like both of it. So at first it was English teaching, but I was like,
Right.
why would I limit myself? Like people need to feel positive about themselves and their lives and like the process they're going
Right.
through. So I decided to combine these two things that I love doing the most, motivating people and teaching them English, because this is what
Oh,
they really
I love
need,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and boom, the next thing you know, there are almost 30,000 people going crazy, taking the videos, enjoying them, sending me comments, messages, asking me to do more, telling me that I'm changing their lives. And I'm like, what a good feeling,
Right. Right.
like
Right.
what a
Right.
good feeling. And a lot of them ask me like, why do you do this? Like you spend so much time working on Instagram videos and YouTube, and it's all free for us. Like, why are you doing that? And I'm like, the happiness of yours that is the result of watching my videos is my payback. Like you don't need to, hey, subscribe to my YouTube videos, or I mean, give a payment as a subscription in order for me to be happy. Like I already have a job. Like why would I, So the thing is that I'm trying to change the world,
Right.
and when I see that it's changing, and when I see that I am bringing happiness, that happiness is my payback. Like
Right.
I'm feeding myself off of people's happiness, which is crazy, but it really
Yeah. Yeah.
feels like that.
It's a nice feeling to have. Like helping others, and then you it's just sense of fulfillment and all that. And I
Yeah.
can feel where you're going, and it's something that is fun for you, right? I think like
Hmm.
it's fun for you, and then at the same time it's like providing value for others. I think it's just a
Yes.
win-win situation. It's just
Win-win situation.
yeah, it's just a
Like that.
double happiness kind of thing, and I love that, to be honest. Like it seems like you are full of energy, when you talk about it,
Thank
and
you.
yeah, and I mean, like it's pretty much like because you're like doing something that you really enjoy doing, and
Mhm.
teaching and all that kind of stuff. I love that, yeah. And
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Wow. I appreciate what you just said.
Yeah. So is it like you do this whole thing onto like the YouTube or an Instagram? Are they the both like same type of content or what's or not?
So on
Right.
Instagram, I'm going more motivational and all happiness, because you know
Ah,
what, when people I tried doing the same kind of videos for Instagram and YouTube. I now I'm putting less work into Instagram videos. I mean, when I mean less work, I mean less time editing videos. Okay, I
right.
do I do them very simply, because I tried doing the YouTube thing, and what I realized, that people are not interested to spend time deeply learning on Instagram. When people go to Instagram, they just like, scroll stuff through, like real quick, right?
Yeah. They go real quick.
Yeah, nobody ever takes notebooks and notes. Like, okay, let me open Instagram and learn something new. Take notes. Nobody does that. So
Right.
I decided, because I was putting so much energy into Instagram and YouTube, at one point I got super tired and burnt out.
Yeah, I feel
And
that. I feel that too. Yeah.
yes, it happens, but it happens when you lose the sight of your goal.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
like
happens.
when you start burning out, it means that you don't see your true goal anymore. You know,
I love
you
that.
are you are you are caught up in, I have to make it. I have to make it. I have to reach 100K. I have to reach 200K. I have to, like, when you start thinking like that, all the work that you were doing for people's happiness suddenly disappears, and you're not happy because you haven't reached 100,000 followers yet. So
Right.
you're thinking about followers instead of what the reason you started doing the page, which is why I here on my laptop, there's a message. I literally put it on. It
Right.
says, remember why you started.
Wow.
Because the reason I started is the love I want to share and the happiness, and not because I want to gain the 500,000 followers.
Hmm.
So I think it's normal for influencers to get caught up in that, and
Yeah,
to
definitely.
it's common, but like, knock on your own door, remind yourself why you started, and then the burnout thing is going to be gone.
Yeah,
So
definitely. I can totally relate when you kind of say like you do this whole thing like too much content onto the Instagram, you kind of like not see your goal. I can kind of relate to
mhm,
that because I do quite a bit of like editing to my videos as well, and at one point I
mhm.
kind of like feel like I don't know, I just subconsciously like didn't didn't continue doing it, and then I was like kind of like thinking what was the problem and that kind of stuff, and I just hate editing, to be honest. And then I changed my strategy and all that. I make it like as much, what is the thing that I can do, like the least friction for me to actually do this whole thing, do this podcast, put up the videos on the Instagram, put up videos on the YouTube. And yeah, change of strategy, it kind of works to me. I post on TikTok as well, just random everywhere, because my channel is like super small, like nobody will
Uh-huh.
like kind of like listen for like long period of time. I just finding my concept and what's or not, just having fun. I think the main thing is like you yourself is having fun, and I can pretty much like tell you already like kind of like found your niche already, to be honest. Like
I
you
that
are like doing something, so much energy, so much fun. I can feel so much fun
I
already.
second that. Thank you. I second that, because, like,
Right.
let me tell you something. When I first started my Instagram page, 2016,
Yeah.
never once I planned to get to 20,000 followers. Never. Having 1,300 at that time was max. Like, when I had 1,300, I was overwhelmed, happy, amazing. Okay. And then what happened?
Right.
People started finding my account and sharing, and then I got invited to different to have different meetings and video collabs and
Yeah.
podcasts with different people. And that's what actually, like, word of mouth is the reason that I got so, okay, kind of famous, right, in the educational English world. Now, when you don't expect it, is when it happens.
Yeah.
Because the more time you spend expecting it, oh, when am I gonna hit 2,000? When am I gonna get hit 3,000? Like, you just get tired of thinking when it's gonna happen, and you think you're tired of working. You're not. You're just tired of thinking and expecting it to happen, right? So I was at 1,300 when this dude appeared out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and he goes like, he was on 120,000 K followers, and he was like, "Yo, I love your content. I love your content. I think my followers are gonna find it super valuable. Like, I want to share it, this and that." I'm like, "Yeah, sure." He puts it, boom, 24 hours. I got 4,000 something followers. I'm like, damn. And ever since then, from 4,000, things just started going up and up by itself. You know.
Yeah.
So I just need you to know that believing in your content and the value of your content is enough.
Yeah.
Like, just putting it out and believing in it. When it's going to explode is just a matter of time, you know. But just because people don't see it right away, I have spent 3.5 years with 1,000 followers. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I've been putting the same content for 3 years and 1,000 followers only.
Yeah.
You know, so a normal human would be like, "There's something wrong with me. I suck."
Yeah, I think we're talking about patience right now, right? Like, you got
Patience.
to keep doing it. Yeah, that's why it's like always like talking about like you got to have fun with it
Yes.
for it to be like kind of like sustainable. Yeah.
There is no other way for you
Yeah.
to survive.
Yeah, so at one point like your audio started to like went down. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Hear me better now.
Yeah.
Is it better now, or the way it was?
Oh yeah, it changed. Yeah. It got better. Yeah.
Now it's better. I'm not gonna use the headphones. Sorry. Let me know if it gets worse again, so I can use different headphones or earphones or something. Okay.
Yeah, sure. I think it was like the best when at the start. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Well, actually, it's the.
Yeah, you can try to. Yeah.
Give me a
Yeah, no
second.
problem.
I need you. So I'm gonna keep moving the cable here, and I need you to tell me when it's right and when it's wrong.
Okay, right now.
Be honest, please. We have to make it perfect.
Okay, I think it's pretty okay now. Yeah. You can.
Hold on. Say something.
All
Now,
right.
good.
Yeah, all good now. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Let me
cool.
know if it happens again.
Yeah. I really like how the flow of our conversation is already, and yeah, to be honest, like we can continue talking about it. Probably around like 10 to 15 more minutes. Is that okay with you?
I'm fine. I'm totally fine with that. You know why? I wanted to tell you this when we just started. The thing is, I knew this would happen. Yeah. I knew that we wouldn't like have to force the conversation because you are doing something that you love doing, and I'm doing something that I love doing. Yeah. And then when you combine two people like that, boom, it's just pure flow.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love like.
Yeah. Because I just like the how like people get very natural, you know, like just a natural move, and then just having fun and just talking stuff, you know, just random. We don't really need like a script or like a topic, like specific questions to like kind of like talk about. Just like, you know, that freestyle, you know, just like freedom to like kind of speak whatever you want to do. I think that's the way to go, you know, like just have fun, you know. Don't be so stressed about it.
People who plan way too much are people who are either afraid of their own value, like afraid of not having value, or like not being confident in themselves, right? Or people who are not doing this because they love it. You know, the thing is that when you texted me, that was 8:30. I was still in my jammies. I was still like, my hair was like, and I was having morning coffee, and I never start preparing myself for things like this, I don't know, 2 hours in advance, because I know I'm so confident, and I know that I have value to share, no matter if I'm in my jammies or not, you know. Right. And if I start preparing for, I don't know, meeting 30 minutes in advance only. So the more you love what you're doing, the easier it is for you to do it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think that at the end of the day, it's just got to have fun, you know, like it's pretty simple. Like people just like make it overcomplicated, I'll say. that just like making things
Yes.
up and all that. It's all fake, you know. It's just all like makeup, fake hard stuff, which is
Fake.
yeah. I'll say is everything is just very simple, black and white. You know, just do it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you have fun,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
just do it. And yeah,
Just,
yeah.
I couldn't agree more with you. That's wow. Let me ask you one question now
Right,
about
sure.
you.
Yeah.
What are people your age doing? I mean, your friends. Like, what are they about right now?
I think they are like planning to go to university because like
Mm-hmm.
like I used to study at this school in Singapore, which is before university. We call it polytechnic, and
Mm-hmm.
just I don't know, people just over there. I don't think they have fun. Like they don't really
Of course.
enjoy what they study, to be honest, and they
Of
just
course.
study because I don't know, just to get the degree. To
Mm-hmm.
because in Singapore, like people just have to secure like a few things in life. They got to secure a
Mm-hmm.
degree to get a good
Mm-hmm.
job. Like those office work
Mm-hmm.
job. And then like
Is that what you call a good job?
yeah, I don't know though. Yeah, it's just like a cliche
Let's
thing
be
over
honest
here.
about yes,
Yeah,
yes. Let's be honest about office workers. Like, let's be honest about that. How happy are these people? Like,
yeah.
how happy are they? Truly, honestly, I don't think so. They're yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just like me looking at like other people like are they really happy? Like what you say, like are they really happy? And I don't think that I will want to have like a similar kind of like lifestyle as they have, to be honest. And that some like just unique people who are really fun and that they are like full of energy, and I'm kind of like ask myself like how are they being like this, and then I just mimic their lifestyle a little bit and just like what are they
Mm.
thinking, like what's so different about them. And like slowly and surely I think it's a accumulated kind of a thing, like like subconsciously during your teenager years, like you just look around and like see, oh, I admire these certain people, and then it kind of build up until like I don't know, age 20 plus, and then I'll kind of like it's like a snap, and then hey, why am I still like doing this whole engineering kind of a thing? I should just quit this. I don't know. It's just like a
Amazing.
yeah, it's just like a an experience. Like after like experiencing throughout the entire life. You know, yeah,
Yeah, I am 24,
right,
but the thing is that I'm winning because I'm not changing. My
right.
body is 24 years old, but my soul is the same one that I had when I was 12, 13, 14. Because when I was 12, 13, 14, I was the happiest. I was not overthinking. I had nothing on my mind. When I started working, I enjoyed it at first, but then overthinking started happening. And
Yeah,
overthinking was the result of my whole country going against me, right?
yeah,
Like, everyone was saying one thing and I was saying the second one, total different one. I'm gonna make it
yeah.
without university, I'm gonna make it blah blah blah. And then I was asking myself, when you have 4 million people telling you one thing and they all agree and you're the only one who says something else, you must be wrong.
Yeah,
So that was the thinking that I had, and it brought me so much anxiety, depression, overthinking, and I thought I was losing, you
yeah,
know
yeah,
but
yeah.
now that I'm 24, it took me a few years, but I'm finally back to the 14-year-old me, the one that I wasn't overthinking.
All right.
you know the,
Yes,
the,
yes.
the like winning, the one that was just like, I like that, I'm gonna get that. I like that, I'm gonna get that. Like, I'm just,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't. The moment you start overthinking is the moment you start losing. So don't. It's not serving you, right? So, I love that you are like that, because I'm very spiritual, by the way. At the same time, like,
Yeah.
super spiritual, and I get to feel people's energies. So,
Yeah.
like, when you first texted me, I was like, okay, great. I checked your account. Wow, what a great person. But I never got the deeper insight that I got today
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
saw you sitting there, started asking questions, being all excited about it. I was like, this kid is the next Jack Ma. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
so I believe in your goal. I
Thank
really
you.
do.
Thank you. Yeah. The moment like you spoke about like spiritual, like I kinda like think about it as well, like am I getting too spiritual? You know, like how you always like talk about
Oh,
motivational stuff, and
uh-huh.
it's starting to feel a bit weird. But at the same time, I think it's just you got to have a balance to it. You know, like
Uh-huh.
I feel like a monk. You know, like if I get way too spiritual, and it's so weird, and I don't want that. You know, then I was like kind
Yeah,
of like freaked out. You know, and then I was like,
yes.
oh shit, what's wrong? And then people were
The,
like, gonna
the
find me so weird and that kind of stuff.
Hey, there's a five-dimensional universe out there. And within that five-dimensional universe, there's this three-dimensional one we're living in. And there's no way for us to perceive five dimensions. No way. So if you get too spiritual, you start thinking about these dimensions and all the existence out there, and you
Yeah,
start losing it. And of course, you're going to start losing it. You're a human. You were not created to understand the fifth dimension at all. So that's why it is true. You have to keep the balance, like be a
yeah,
human, be a little bit of, if you're spiritual, you can definitely think about the universe, like research, do this, do that.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
don't go way too deep because
yeah,
I once started losing myself like, I don't want to be a human anymore. This is too much. But yeah, I
yeah,
think being spiritual is a plus as long as you don't take it like like
yeah,
way too seriously. We have
yeah,
to have
yeah,
fun on the planet. We have
yeah,
to have fun here. That's all.
yeah.
So
So, sometimes I just feel that it's gonna be like way too much because I kind of like I consume a lot of like content on YouTube. I don't know you know about them, those YouTubers like Jay Shetty, Gary
yes.
Vaynerchuk, and all that. Yeah,
Oof. Gary's my father.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
love Gary.
yeah,
I love Gary. I like. Oh my God, he
yeah,
raised me in a way.
yeah.
He raised me in a way. But I don't only do like them. I do quantum physics.
Right.
That's my hobby. I love studying quantum physics, and I have these notebooks where I take notes
Mhm.
and I learn about like all different stuffs, all different things happening in the universe. And I just realized that the planet Earth is nothing but a little ball of water, like a water park. We're just having fun here, and
Yeah.
people who take this fun way too seriously are the ones who get mentally sick, and can take it. So all these kids studying for universities and trying to do what their parents are telling them to do are the same kids who were forced to believe that they have to do it like that. These, like, I used to have a lot of classes with children from China,
Right.
teaching them English. And when you compare the kids here in Europe to the kids in China,
Yeah.
these kids are behaving as if they were 25 years old, 30 years old, and not 7. Like from 6 to 4, they have school. From 4 to 6, they have piano classes. From 6 to 7, they have math classes. From seven
Oh.
to eight, they have an English class. From 8 to 10, they have to be doing homework. From 10 to something, they have to, I don't know, 11 p.m.
Oh.
sleeping. And I'm
Oh.
like,
Damn it.
you're 7 years old, kid. Like,
Oh.
what are these parents like doing?
Yeah.
We like, just like you said, we have to have fun, and these people are not getting it, you know?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Because I think like in Singapore we have like a few like China people who actually come here
Hmm.
to study and all that. Yeah. I think like I spoke to them before, and yeah, like listening to that kind of like background that they have is pretty insane. And I can just tell like a lot of like, it's pretty forced and a lot of unhappiness, and I just feel really bad for them, to be honest. And I just don't really know what to do for them, to be honest. And I just damn.
You are doing something for them right now, which
Yeah.
is why I love this so much.
Right.
So I know that everyone starts from the zero.
Yeah.
So have I, you too, right now. But for some reason, sometimes I feel like I can sense the future. And what
Right.
I'm sensing about you right now is that
Right.
I'm telling you, there's something big that's going to happen very soon, and you are going to be affecting people, a lot of people. So this
Right.
conversation right now is so valuable. You have no idea. So
Yeah.
valuable that if you allow me, I'm going to put in my channels too, both YouTube
Yeah.
and
Sure.
Instagram.
Sure. Sure.
Please, I would love it. Because I really need people to be more open-minded to control their own lives, you know.
Yeah.
And this is
Definitely.
something that can help them.
Yeah. I just feel that like this whole conversation is just like an ultimate win. Like let's look at like different aspects. Like, okay, I'm improving my English, speaking,
Yes.
and I'm increasing my, I don't know, mental state, to be honest, like just talking to
Yes.
people. it's just a lot of stuff, just many kind of things, and just and people who kind of like listen to it, and they kind of like will get context. Oh yeah, I was there, like I was the person who like was like thinking that uh should I be doing this, and now that they see someone who is actually doing it, and they like, yeah, I should do it as well, and they go for it. And yeah, I think it's
There
like,
you go. Which is why if people see your content, they're gonna be like, okay, he's making it, I can do it too. Because
yeah,
maybe some people don't like give the credit to these people who are not big enough, but
right,
you have to, no matter what people think, you have to make sure you keep on going to get to the stage where you are big enough so they listen to you, you
yeah,
know.
yeah,
So
definitely,
like what I think people should know from this podcast right now is
right,
that no matter how small you are, it doesn't affect the value that you're providing,
right,
because every single
definitely,
person who has started at a zero had the same kind of a value to share that they're sharing when they're 50,000 or 5 million. Jay Shetty had 0 followers, bro. And he was sharing the same message that he's sharing right now. What's the difference? You know?
yeah,
So do not ever doubt the value that you are providing just because of the number that you're having.
yeah, definitely.
Like,
Yeah, I just feel that sometimes you just got to like remove the numbers and all that, and just don't think about it. And I think that the
that's it.
most ultimate happiness is like getting really quiet in your head, you're getting
Mm-hmm.
very quiet in
Ooh,
your mind, and just do it. Like you feel like doing it, just do it. Like don't think about anything else. Like what if like this person look at me like outside. Like I think that nobody like actually give a shit, to be honest. I just put out like some random shit. I felt like talking about, I don't know, I just felt like talking about this thing. I just talk about it,
okay.
like yeah.
Good.
I I
Good.
I,
Wow.
I think that's the game. Yeah.
Wow. Let me tell you
Yeah.
something. I keep learning about, I keep listening to Gary is number one in my life. Okay. Number
Yeah.
one. I keep listening to them, and the things that I have learned something about human brain. Okay.
Right.
And there are levels of like human brain has levels of understanding things. Okay.
Right.
The first level is you hearing about something and you're like, yeah, right. Like
Right.
you say, yeah, right, because like you agree with it, but it didn't get to you. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
second level is like, well, that's right. You're like agreeing, but you're not taking it to use it in your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the third level is like, I totally agree. And then you go home and you think about it little bit. That's a third level where you agree with a person. I mean,
Mhm.
agree with a lesson. It doesn't have to be a person. Lesson, and go home and you actually spend an hour thinking about it. And then you have fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh level. But what I call the 10th level is the synchronicity, where the lesson gets inside of you, but it doesn't only get inside of your brain, it gets inside of your heart and your DNA. You like feel the lesson so strongly that you actually executed on it right away. Like it's perfect match, right? So
Yeah.
uh, I tell people there's a difference between understanding something and feeling something. You know,
Yeah.
so
I feel it. Yeah.
for an example, the lesson of me keeping my mind silent, it was always there. I have always been listening to this lesson like, oh yeah, I have to keep silent. I have to ignore what people are saying. I have to ignore. I have to focus on my craft, blah blah blah. But now you said it, you just said it.
Yeah.
I have to keep my mind silent. You said it in a way that made me reach the 10th level right this moment. You know,
Right.
so I've been trying to force myself to keep my mind silent for 2 years now,
Yeah.
and you say it in such a calm way that
Yeah.
I just reached the 10th level right now. So I want to
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Like,
No problem. Like
wow.
I think is like as much as like we have like this like spike moment. I just feel
Yeah.
like just like you conversing with others and just like having context, as long as like I don't know, you just got to play life. You just got to have like humility with like other people. Like uh
Yeah.
there's a lot of like distractions along the way.
Yes.
It's just you just got to be patient, apply humility. That's why I like Gary Vee. Like, he just talk about all those like good stuff. Like, who the hell, like,
Or this
YouTuber, Instagrammer, like, talk about empathy,
Jenny
kindness.
Pants 321. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
And he just talk all about all this, like, I don't know, different stuff, like very different
Uh,
topics, and I'm just like,
but
like,
it's happiness that he's pushing on us. It's happiness, and I respect him so much for that.
right,
Like,
yeah,
hey, your 9 to 5 makes you happy. Do your 9 to 5. Your business makes you happy. Do your business.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
whatever makes you happy.
yeah, yeah.
So
That guy is a beast. It just like spits out like whatever he wanna like talk about, and I just have so much respect to him. And I actually like recently I spoke to his someone from Team Gary V. Yeah,
yeah,
Dustin. Do you know Dustin?
Dustin, I know Dustin.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I
He's such a funny dude. Then that he actually accepted to do this whole podcast, and it's surprising to like find out that I have like a lot of like similar traits. I'll say a lot.
oh my
Like
god, that's
like we,
amazing.
yeah, both of us is like kind of like introverted, that kind of stuff, and yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and our energy kind of like connect, and I was just like surprised. He's just a funny guy.
Wow. I'm
Yeah,
so happy. I never
yeah,
spoke to Dustin, but I spoke to D-Rock a few times on Instagram,
right,
and I love that dude so freaking much. Like, the whole team is on fleek. And by the
yeah,
way, I'm trying to create myself my own team like that, but I
right,
realized I can't do it overnight.
yeah,
No way. It takes you years to have a team like that. Years.
yeah,
But the good thing is that I've already started. So I have the very first part of the team, and he's working his butt off to get to the level that he needs to. So I think the whole life value revolves, like, I mean, why is Gary's team so successful?
right,
Because they all share one common thing, which is
yeah.
the pursuit of happiness. Like, they're all trying to reach and grab happiness and have it while they're doing stuff they want. It's not about the money. So I'm sure you know who Bobbin is from Gary's team.
Bobbin?
Bobbin.
Oh, I don't know
Yeah,
that. Yeah, yeah,
he was part of Team Gary, but
right.
he quit.
Mm.
He quit because he learned from Gary that he shouldn't be doing something that is not making him happy long term. So he
Wow.
quit Gary V job. My God, to do his own thing. You
Right,
know, and just check Bobbin on Instagram.
right.
He's so like happiness, happiness, happiness all the way, and you can't miss a thing in life. That's what I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like it's very cliche to like actually like keep on like talking about happiness, but I
Uh-huh.
think it's just like something to like keep in mind to like as long as you're having fun. I don't know, like I've been like
Definitely.
talking about this over and over again, but it's
But it's
real.
true.
Yeah, it's
It's
real, and
real.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I just go outside, like do stuff, and I play a lot like this video games and all that kind of stuff. That I just see different type of people. They are feeling negative and all that kind of stuff, and just all makes sense to me. To be honest, like why the certain people will feel that certain way, how they are brought
Uh,
up and what's or not. That's why they are like this, and it's real. And like I feel like people should be more accepting to it, and then be more open minded. I'll say, you know.
uh,
I can see that a lot of people is just like being very narrow minded. I don't really want to judge, to be honest, but I just feel that people should be open minded, like just
it's
be
facts. It's
open to
facts.
like look at stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
Be
yeah,
open to yourself. Be open to yourself. You're not judging. It's facts. They are so narrow-minded that they are literally willing to replace their own happiness with their family's requests. You know,
right.
like so. It's facts. It's real. It's happening out there, and this is why you're doing this. This
Yeah,
is why you are gonna try to reach them, make them think about it, and then the way they do it, if they think about it and change their lives because they've heard your podcast or saw your video on YouTube or Instagram, it's going to give you so much happiness that you actually did something about it. Like, just keep doing it, because you know what I see in some time from now, I cannot wait to see your meeting and podcast with Jay Shetty and Gary and all these other people that are currently doing huge
Right.
things.
I just hope so. Yeah. Because like,
Yeah.
yeah, you just mentioned something that is very real to me. Like me doing this whole thing. I just wish that one day, like like me just, like it can never happen. Just like meeting, like getting to talk to people who I admire. Just from young, like who I look up to, like in Singapore, all those celebrities, like getting to like talk to them, understanding. Just talk stuff. I just have this goal in mind, to be honest, and it can never happen, and I'm still chill about this, and because I'm just having fun, like getting to speak to you already, it's a lot of fun already, like
It
it's like
is.
talking to like-minded people. It's a
It
pretty
is.
cool
It
thing,
is.
yeah.
Yeah. Never like spend time anticipating when you're gonna meet Jay Shetty, but be sure it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Like, so spending time anticipating and waiting for it to happen bothers you, but being sure that it's gonna happen one day, very soon, I believe, it energizes you.
right.
So anticipation puts you down, but believing that it's gonna happen pushes you up, brings you up, makes you stronger, more energized, and so
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
So
yeah, I can kind of feel that, like having those anticipation energy, like it's gonna hype you up, and it's like a great energy to like kind of like maintain and sustain, like
yes,
we
and use it as a
yeah.
fuel.
Yeah, like people will definitely like have their own down days, like today
Yeah.
I don't feel like doing this whole shit and what's so not.
uh
It's always like something like this kind of like reminds me
mm,
that why I need to have the energy and all that to like
yeah.
keep on pushing and do the thing. And yeah, like you doing the whole thing for like 3 years, it's holy shit, that's just a lot of patience, and I just love that, to be honest. Like after like listening
Yeah.
that you did those whole thing like for 3 years, like
Actually,
right,
it's gonna be exactly 4 years and 6 days from now.
holy shit, yeah, yeah,
Yes, we're doing the fourth anniversary, so
yeah,
I'm full of patience. Okay, and
yeah,
the patience is not forced. I don't force myself to be patient because I truly believe in the outcome. I just know it's gonna happen. Period. Like one day I'll be, I don't know, probably interviewing Gary too, or I'll be maybe interviewing you because you interviewed Gary and you became famous because you interviewed Gary. You know what I'm saying? Have
yeah,
you seen the guy? Have you seen the guy on YouTube called? They talked about
yeah.
minimalism. What is that guy's name? He did
I I
a
think I know who you mean. Like
Gary on minimalism. The guy's name is Matt Davella. Matt Davilla. Like,
let, let me search it
I'll
out.
okay, okay,
Oh,
this
I
dude.
see it now. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Matt. Right, that
Right,
dude.
right.
Like, he exploded. Okay, so now people want to interview Matt, and he was just like, like it's all. That's where we all start at
Yeah.
zero, and then you got people who want you in their podcasts, interviews, TV shows. Just keep
Yeah.
on doing it
Yeah,
and having
it's
fun.
it's 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 nice how life actually works, like people can kind of like lift you up, like it's just you got to like apply a lot of like humility, patience, and just I think
Yes,
at the end of the day it's just like you got to like do what you love, right? Like you just
exactly.
got to have fun. Like as long as that thing
And
is fun, you just do it, and just that just keep on trying new things. I feel like
as
us in the
true,
20s, I think we just got to like keep on trying new stuff,
true
don't get stuck.
testing.
Yeah,
Don't get no reason to get stuck. Like, I just realized I want to do photography. I
right.
just realized that. But like nature, that's what I love taking pictures of. And I'm like, this whole time I was thinking I'm a teacher. I can't do anything else. Oh, seriously. Seriously. Of course I can do 5 different things. So I started taking photos of nature and posting them on Instagram. Not many people follow that, but like
Right.
it just makes me feel fulfilled.
Yeah.
I feel happy taking pictures of the sky and the clouds.
Yeah,
Like
you're
it
just
just
having fun. Yeah.
feels so good. It feels as if I've taken, I don't know, 5 Red Bulls and energized myself. Like, just amazing. I don't know. Gary says there's no reason to do shit you hate,
Yeah.
which means you have all the reasons to do shit you like. Like, do it. So, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
I
yeah,
I
yeah.
agree.
So we have like talked quite some time already, like it's
Oh,
pretty much like
yes.
yeah.
lengthy.
like I think I want to end off this whole podcast by having like, just one last few thoughts that you are thinking about
Yes.
that you really want to like talk about or what's or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
So
that yeah.
the very thing that I was thinking about during the whole podcast is I definitely want to do more stuff with you
Yeah,
on the internet.
definitely. I think it's like a good thing, Like I kind of grind it. To be honest, like every week I would just send out like invites, like, hey, do you want to hop on to do this together? And yeah, it's
Yes.
a pretty chill thing, Yeah,
That's beautiful. Podcast is just one of the things that you can do. Like there are tons of different things you can be
yeah,
doing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I would definitely want to participate in I want to make sure that we stay in touch because
Definitely.
that I feel how authentic you are,
Right,
and
right.
it's rare. It's rare,
Yeah.
especially in Asia where everyone's following the codex and just doing the office work, and So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are a very special human, and I feel that you are doing it out of pure love and pure fun, and
Yeah.
that's the formula a human needs to succeed. So I want to be
Definitely.
there. I want to be
Yeah.
there for you. If you need to learn something from me, hit me up anytime,
Yeah.
and I'll always be there. I
Yeah,
promise.
I
I
also
enjoyed
like
it.
I also like how you are, like very authentic and very like being yourself, like because I don't know, man, like I just listen to like I just look up to like random different people who I find that
Uh-huh.
that is very real to me, and I kind of like mimic how they like actually behave while
Uh-huh.
remaining being myself, and
Yes.
yeah, I'm just all about that, like
Love
yeah.
it. Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. Love it. I think I'm very lucky to have met you. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
really
nice.
glad.
Yeah, it's nice like having like same type of people like actually talking to each other,
Around
and
you.
like
Yes.
you know like how many like people that I have to got to talk to, like these few people who was like very narrow minded, and I just got to like, hey, I got to like try to
Eh,
open up their
small
mind and
small
all
talk.
that. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I just like believe in like having more open mindedness. Like I just like
yes.
how open you are, like just expressing your emotions and what's so not. Like you feel like
Mm.
talking loudly or what's so not, you
Oh,
just do
yeah.
it. Like I just
Just
do
do it.
this whole hand gestures things. I just do it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just I think it's just having fun, to be honest.
keep
Yeah.
keep it real. I love hearing that. And by the way, just because you want to change small-minded people doesn't mean they should surround yourself with small-minded people. Like surround yourself with huge-minded people and like really open-minded ones, and gain the energy from them, and then use the energy to affect the small-minded people. Like I thought that me changing the world meant me staying in a group of small-minded people. No, no. Like don't keep them close, affect them from the far, but the energy you get from is from open-minded people, really hardworking ones, the ones that are like pursuing happiness as well. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I can totally relate to that, to be honest. Like you can't like be always sticking around with them, to be honest. Like
no, no way.
it will just mess you up, to be honest. Like
It,
yeah. You will kinda like behave like them, because I kinda like do that I don't know, just like I don't know recently, and then I felt like pretty bad, like, oh shit, why
yeah.
am I doing this to myself? Like
Mm-hmm.
what the hell? I feel so goddamn bad about myself, and I don't really want to do that. I think it's about like very like actively thinking about it. Uh, like uh, like I think it's about being honest with yourself. Like,
Yes.
are you really happy? What's or not? I think it's like
Here.
just a few things that people got to like talk about, like think about, think to themselves about. Yeah, I just love that, to be
The
honest. Yeah,
the reason I admire you so much is because the society over there, and I'm not sure about Singapore, but generally in Asia,
generally,
uh, the society is so pressuring, like you have to be an office worker, you have to graduate, you have to. Here not so much. People are kind of lazy here, like go to university, but I don't give a damn if I don't have a job, like that. So uh, it's different. So it was much easier for me to gain my own mental individuality here than you gaining it over there, where everyone is trying to do the university and office work thing.
right.
So you are in a much harder society to handle.
Yeah,
And
correct.
we are the same level when it comes to mindset. So I'm like, damn, props to you for surviving a worse environment and society that I
Yeah.
have here in this country.
Yeah. I can totally relate to that, and it just speaks to me, to be honest. And I just feel that this is like the power of internet, having
Yes.
the access to the YouTube, Gary Vee just pops up
Oh,
on my homepage, and
yeah.
I get to watch
And
it, and
boom,
boom, and then it,
your
and
life is
yeah,
different.
yeah, yeah. I, I, I'm all about Gary Vee, to be honest. Like, I don't know, it's just like, I don't know, like, when was that? I think 3 years or 4 years back, when he started, like, I saw one of the interview that he actually made, and then this guy was like talking about, oh, I want to build this happiness kind of like a castle or what so not, and I was like, what the what the hell, like, this guy is talking about that, like, and I
Oh
was like
my
just
god.
so amazed, and I started watching his content. It's all free and all that, and yeah,
Oh,
this guy just makes so much sense,
so,
and
wow. You know what? Once you upload this and once I upload it too, I'm sending this to D Rock. He's gonna see my message because he always does. Like whenever it's
right,
crazy how he always replies. I love him. So as
right,
soon as you post it, let me know. I mean, I'll see it. I'm sharing this with D Rock. He has to see this. I mean, because
right. Thank you so much.
He,
Right.
Gary got into China onto Weibo and Chinese platforms to try to change people over there, but
Yes.
his following is so small, it's crazy, like because everyone in China is trying to be robots, and then so I seeing this like happening in one part of Asia, I think D-Rock is gonna love it, and I love it. I adore it. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, you're 23 and you have nothing in common with Asia, with a mindset,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
you are like, you know what, my parents, I'm not gonna do the university. I just don't feel like it. I'm not gonna have, like, why? I don't think I'm gonna have fun. Like if you tell them that you don't think you're gonna
Yeah.
have fun
Yeah.
studying,
Yeah.
that's
Like.
like that's like just like me saying, hey, I quit university because of social media. So to them it's gonna sound so crazy, but to us it makes sense. And
Yeah.
just by the fact that you are there and not in the United States or some other country where it's
Right.
easier to handle this, makes me respect you so much.
Right.
Like
Right.
you are literally going against the whole Asian minded society.
Right.
Like
Right.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I totally get what you're saying. Like it's pretty much like, well, we're stuck in this culture, and it's like, it sounds very crazy for us to, like, for me to actually say, oh, I don't have fun, but it's actually a very big thing. Like, it's a lot
Yeah.
of things that I got to, like, think about before, like, I actually come to this state of, like, saying, oh,
Yeah.
I don't actually want to
I
do that because I'm not having fun, and I just want to do something that is fun for me, just conversing
yeah.
with people and all that. And yeah,
And
yeah, it's
be
all about
be
that.
ready. Be ready for any kind of backlash. Be
Yeah,
ready because they're not gonna take it easily.
yeah,
Like you are quitting it because of fun. It's like they are gonna be
right,
like, it's not the point in having fun. That's what they're gonna say.
yeah,
Like whoever you tell the story to, your friends, family, whatever, they're like, fun? You want to have fun? It's not the point in having fun in this life. It's the point in working. They will tell you that, but don't believe it
yeah.
because it's not.
Yeah, because I kind of, like, experienced it already, and it's so true about, like, you talking about the backlash stuff. I was just like, I just wanted to, like, I don't know, I just felt like testing it, and I kind of, like, just tell everyone that, oh, I'm not doing the universal thing. I told my friends, I told my mom, I told, like, basically everyone, and then suddenly, like, random people will just reach out to me and say, hey, I heard that you're not entering the university and all that. Yeah, then I just, like, reply to them and say, oh, I don't think I will have fun, and they try to convince me, and yeah. I just keep on, like, I stood my ground, I just talk about my stuff. I say, oh, I don't actually enjoy doing this whole engineering thing. I wanna, like, do this whole podcast thing. I'm having fun, and you know and surely
What
enough,
else do I
yeah,
need?
and like, people over here, like, in the Asia, it's very
Hmm.
stubborn in terms of their mindset and what so not, but
Hmm.
yeah, I just don't really care, and I just speak my mind, and
you you
yeah,
are so privileged to have that feeling,
right,
you know
right, right,
because
right,
people, people let their emotions get the best of them. Like, oh, my whole family thinks I'm a loser, so let me do what they want me to do in order to prove them that I'm not a loser. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you are so privileged to have your own I. You know, like you are.
Yeah.
Wow, wow. I'm happy for you. I'm so
Yeah.
happy for you.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I'm happy for you too, because like you being able to like recognize like how I kind of like behave, and I think that both of us like are just winning already. You know, we're just having fun.
Oh,
We're on our 20s. Yeah,
fist
yeah,
bump.
yeah.
Of course we are.
Right. I think that at the end of the day, yeah, we're just having fun. You know. Yeah.
And
So
I'm enjoying it.
right. So with that, I think you just have a good one, yeah, and we'll end off the podcast right
Thank you.
over here. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It was my pleasure meeting you, and keep in touch.
Yeah,
Okay?
we should keep in touch and just do some random stuff together again next time. Yeah.
Of course.
We'll see
I'm open to any kind of ideas, okay?
Yeah. I'll just like continue chatting with you on the Insta chat. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. No worries.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
I'll see you.
Have a great day.
Have a good one.
See ya. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Bye.